Hello everyone and welcome to this edition of the Bremerton Beat Blast. I'm your host, Josh Farley. I'm standing in the basement of the Kitsap Sun, and I've got 5 stories that you just got to know about happening in Bremerton this week. So let's get to them, shall we? Story number 1 comes to us from Minnesota, that dramatic game-winning victory. The Seattle Seahawks defeated the Minnesota Vikings 10-9, but I want to take it a little closer to home. Now, if you've passed the church on Callahan Avenue, St. Paul's Episcopal Church, you've noticed that there's a great sign out front that usually has some quirky, witty things to say. Well, that sign, of course, is done by the church, but there's Sign Guy, and he put up this great one this weekend that I'm showing you now that has gone all over the internet. It's been a really neat response to watch. Thousands and thousands of people have liked the photo since I put it on my Facebook page, and now I'm trying to reach out to the man. Apparently his name is Alan. I've called the church, and I'd like to schedule an interview with him. I hope to have a story to you that talks a little bit about how he dreams up these great little phrasings that he comes up with before the Seattle Seahawks take on the Carolina Panthers next Sunday in Carolina. So look for that in your Kitsap Sun to come. Story number 2 on our list this week. You've probably seen the yarn bombs that have occurred all over town. Now, this is basically the product of 2 young ladies, Jolene Aguilar and Lynn Thornburg. They decided they wanted to put a little bit of color around town, spice it up a little bit, and so they've been putting these yarn bombs all over town. Here's some images of them, and I also asked them why they decided to take on this challenge.
Because it adds art to the city and unexpected pops of color that make people smile and happy as they go about their way. We like knitting, and we want to share that pleasure with everyone else.
And we're hoping that it inspires other yarnies in the community to come out and yarn bomb with us. We are super excited.
Yes, come and make stuff.
Come make stuff with us.
Number 3 on our list this week are the red light cameras in Bremerton. We're seeing a huge spike in tickets at red lighted intersections. You may know some of the intersections along 11th Street as well as Warren Avenue and Wheaton Way do have traffic cameras. If you run that red light, it takes your picture. You got to go to court for it. The tickets that were written in 2015 appear to be passing 9,000. Now, in 2014, when the program was a little bit on the verge of maybe it was costing too much, it wasn't bringing enough revenue in for the city, it looked like at 6,600, the program may be on its way out. But a dramatic reversal's occurred. We don't exactly know why. We do know we have new sailors from the Nimitz, and we've had many more people working at the Puget Sound Naval Shipyard. But otherwise, it's a mystery as to why the tickets have gone up so much from 6,600 to more than 9,000. Story number 4 on our list this week is earthquakes. You might have seen the Kitsap Sun's coverage this weekend on Sunday and Monday. Many of my colleagues put in a lot of time and effort into researching not the Cascadia fault, but the Seattle fault. It happens to run right through the center of Bremerton, and federal officials believe that a 7.2 magnitude earthquake would be disastrous for our area. And I encourage you to check out their work. We can always be more prepared for the big one if and when it comes. And finally, story number 5 on our list this week is a little plug for my pal and colleague, Megan Reed. Megan maintains the Kitsap Frames blog, and she's doing a special project. Aside from being a stellar photographer, she's also archiving all of the Kitsap Sun's old negatives. We're talking 1959 onwards. She's putting all these together. Each week, and in fact there's one that just came out today, she puts up on the Kitsap Frames blog photos, snippets in time, only with what the negative describes it as and the photo itself. You got to check it out when you get a chance. She's at 1980 right now, and there's a lot of great photos up there for you to peruse. That's going to do it for this edition of the Bremerton Beat Blast. I'm Josh Farley. I hope you've enjoyed this week's edition, and we'll see you again next Tuesday.